If you want to scrape data from JavaScript websites, then you need to use Selenium. And as I said before, it requires installation of a small file which is called WebDriver. You can either use Chrome driver or Firefox driver, it doesn't really matter. My preference is to use Chrome driver because I mainly use Chrome. So in order to find the WebDriver, all you need to do is to just search for Chrome driver download, which takes you to this website. And you need to choose the file which is relevant to the version of your Google Chrome. So in order to find the version of your Google Chrome, you need to click on Chrome in here and then select About Google Chrome. And you find a version. Mine is 85. It means that I need to download it from here. So I already have done this, and I decided to save it on a desktop. So this is Chrome driver. You don't need to click on it. It's an execution file. So nothing is going to happen if you double click on it. So let's show you an example of a JavaScript website. This is Yahoo News, and imagine that we want to scrape data, just only the headlines relating to US election 2020. So if you want to actually scrape the headlines only, and I try actually to keep this example as simple as possible, I will actually cover in more detail on how to scrape data from Yahoo News and also iterate through the other pages. So I have typed US election 2020 and this is the result. I can read this in the scrapey shell. So all I need to do is to copy and paste the URL on the terminal. So I say scrapey shell and then put the URL. Here we go. So if I type response, then I'll get 200. So everything is fine. Okay, so what is the difference now between a scrapey and Selenium? First of all, we need to import some libraries. So the first one would be from Selenium, import WebDriver. So we need to import the WebDriver. Then from scrapey.selector. So I would explain this one, but this is basically about selecting the whole source of the page. So when you right click on the page, as I showed you before, and you actually view the page source. So this one actually is reading the whole page source. So from scrapey.selector, import selector, and that's with capital S. So it is actually case sensitive. So these two are imported. Then I can create a new variable called driver, and within that it would be WebDriver. So this one that I have imported dot Chrome. So I actually decided to install the Chrome driver, not Firefox. So all that needs to happen here is to give the address or the location of my WebDriver file. So it is actually on the desktop. If I actually want to make sure about the correct address, one of the things I can do is to open a new terminal and then just drag this file here. It gives me the address of that, which I can copy that and then paste it here. So when I click enter, sorry, when I press enter, then you will see what's going to happen. So watch this part here. Here we go. You can see that a new Google Chrome is actually opening. Right now there is nothing in it because what I have done so far is to initiate the WebDriver. Okay. Now I can say driver.get and then tell the driver to get me the website that I want. So it could be anything. In my case, I want actually this one. So this is the Yahoo News, and here we go. So if you get back to this browser, you will see that the Yahoo News has been opened. There is something that, you know, it's a message that I'm going to click agree, and here we go. Right? Okay. What is the next step? So we have got our driver initiated. So in the previous line, we said driver.get and then the name of the URL or the URL address. Then the other thing that we need to do, since this is a JavaScript website, it's very important that we type this code as well. So driver.execute _ script. So we ask the driver to read this script and return it as a kind of, you know, HTML. So that would be return document.body.inner HTML. So you can kind of, you know, understand from the language here that what we are asking the driver to do. So it's returning the document, the body of the document, as the HTML. Then we are in the next steps, when we are asking it to return the different elements and different nodes, then it would be done actually in an easy way. So if I press enter, you would see that, you know, the source of the page is converted, you know, to something like this. Again, don't worry about it. I know that it may sound scary. Then the other thing that we can do is to create our selector. So if you do remember, in one of the previous codes, we asked for the Selenium, Scrapey selector. Yeah, so that selector is now going to be used. So the way that you can also have a look at the documentation, but the way that you type this, it would be selector, and then the text in which we are going to read is the driver.page_source. You can run this part also individually to see what you get, but again, you will get something like this, this text here, if you run driver.page_source. I can save it into a variable called cell, or you can, you know, call it whatever you want. So hit enter. So if I do like cell.extract, again, that's not really necessary. So I just want to show you what's going to happen when we are using the selector from Scrapey. So again, it would be something like this. By the way, so everything seems to be ready so far, and now all we need to do is to scrape only the text of the headlines. For this video, I'm not actually going to scrape all the 275 results. That would be the topic of the future videos. So just for the sake of example, if you right click on one of these links and choose inspect, so we are actually interested to find the text of the headlines, and as you can see here, there is something called title here, and it has got the text. We can actually try it with other headlines to see if we find any consistency, which seems that yes, this is the case. Again, another headline under the title. So where is this title here? If you look at more carefully, you see that it is within the A tag, and then followed the A tag there is something called class. THMB, and then you find the URL. So if you actually want to scrape the URL, then we would ask to return all the instances of the href. But I'm not going to do this. I am actually interested in the text of the title only. So we've got our selector, which we saved it in a variable called cell. And I can type cell.xpath, and within the single quotation or double quotation, I'm going to ask to return all the A tags first of all. See what happens. So you get a long list here. So the one that we are interested are the A tags that contains the class THMB, as you can see here. This one. Yeah. So I'm gonna further narrow it down. So I press the up arrow. So the previous code is written again. So all the A tags are open the bracket like this, and then I type everything that contains, and then I'll open the parentheses like this, all the instances. So whenever we want to say instances, then we use this @ sign or monkey sign. The class which contains the word THMB. So I just copy and paste it. One thing you need to remember when you type like this, if you're using single quotation here, and again you need to use another quotation, for the second time you need to actually use double quotation. So you can't actually use single quotation. You see that the color actually has got changed, and then you will get error if you do that. You can try it and then see the error yourself. So this should hopefully work. Let's see. Yes. So now we have selected all the A tags that contains the class THMB. We can see the href after that, but I'm not interested in the href and the URL of it. I am actually interested in the title. So let me see if I can actually select all the instances of the title, and yes, here we go. So we've got the text of the headlines, as you can see. So in the next step, I can extract everything. So here we go. So you actually find the text of the headlines here, and you can verify it with the Yahoo News. So that should actually be matched with everything that you find in here.